So it is finally happening as the Xbox Series X and S are going to be getting some more expandable storage from another producer from Western Digital. As we know, when they announced these consoles, the solution Xbox had up with for storage expansion was those Seagate expansion cards. Really easy, just like memory cards, SSDs. It was just a really slick solution compared to what the PlayStation 5 had. And my original thoughts on this entire thing was that for a console, people want it to be convenient. They want it to be easy. I thought that the Xbox solution was the better solution based on the premise that they would be creating multiple different versions of these cards from different manufacturers so that the prices of these cards would eventually drop. Because the price of the Seagate SSD is absurd. Like, you're pretty much buying an Xbox Series S for the same price as that Seagate 1 terabyte expansion card. But I thought the prices would drop, and I thought it'd be relatively fast, but it's been pretty long. It's 2023, console launched in 2020, and this is the first time we're hearing of another option that is going to be able to replace or be in addition to those Seagate cards. And here is the report. It says cheaper Xbox expandable storage cards are on the way. A new Western Digital Xbox expandable storage card has been spotted at Best Buy, and it's cheaper than the current Seagate option. It is a 1 terabyte expansion card for your Series X and S, and it is priced at $180, $179.99. And again, this is the first time that we have seen this. Now, in terms of the storage, it's only the 1 terabyte card that is showing up because, as we know, with Seagate, there is that 512 gigabyte one, and there's also, I believe, the 2 terabyte option for this card. So you have the 3 different options between what you want to do here. But I mean, the pricing is insane. For the 1 terabyte is $220. For the 512, I believe it is slightly cheaper than that. I believe it's $140. And then for a 2 terabyte card, it's priced at $399. That's just absolutely absurd. This is from October 21st, 2021, when they first announced these. But I mean, those prices, they go on sale, all that type of stuff. But still, either way, those prices are insane for these cards. But at least now there's going to be this other option here. And for me personally, like I said, when they first announced these options, you're comparing it to the PlayStation 5 solution, which was just buying an off-the-shelf SSD, which in theory is fine, but you also had to add a heatsink onto that, and you had to unscrew your PS5 or take off the plates, unscrew the thing, and then put it in, all that type of stuff. And although theoretically it's not that difficult to do, there's a lot of people who buy consoles who just really aren't savvy at all with doing any of that type of stuff, especially adding on a heatsink to the SSD. And I thought that Xbox was just making it easy. But as of right now, I could easily say I was wrong on that at the launch of these consoles. As we go here, we look at the pricing of just an off-the-shelf SSD that works with the PlayStation 5. And you can get them as cheap as, I think, $110 here. The cheapest one available it works well, the Corsair MP600 Pro LPX, they say is around $110, and it comes with the heatsink pre-installed. So that's a much better price, a much better solution for somebody like myself who's decently tech savvy. At the end of the day, I think probably now in hindsight, this was probably the better way to go because of how long it's taken Xbox to get another manufacturer of these cards and how expensive these cards still are. Even when they are on sale, it's like $15 to $20 off. I know here in Canada, it is still an absurd price. I haven't bought an expansion card. I probably won't be buying an expansion card. I haven't even upgraded my expansion on my PS5 either. I really just find that I keep 2, maybe 3 games on that SSD that I'm playing, and I play through those games and then I delete them. And if I have a bunch of other smaller games on there, I can easily just transfer back and forth from my external hard drive that I've been using since my Xbox One for like 360 games, Xbox One games, all of that type of stuff. So it hasn't really hindered my experience so far, the actual storage and the I guess, lack of storage internally with the Series X, Series S, and with the PlayStation 5. But I would definitely like to see even more than this. 180 is getting better. It's getting better. I like to see these cards come down to like maybe 150, which I think they eventually will, maybe even 130, or at least a card that is competing with the lowest price SSD that you can get on a PlayStation 5. But I mean, again, at the same time, it is proprietary tech right here. And that's always the issue with proprietary tech, which generally you've seen that fail across the board in multiple ways. You think about the PlayStation Vita, and that was one of the major failures of that handheld, was their proprietary memory cards rather than just putting in like an SD card or something like that. So hopefully this is the beginning and this isn't the end of expanding out to the different manufacturers for creating more storage cards for the Xbox Series X and S. But here it is, and I don't believe that there is any official launch date yet, but these have just been spotted and they probably will be coming out very, very soon. So that is a great thing to see. And again, here's another example of why the PS5 is better in terms of this right now. This is actually a Samsung 980 Pro 1TB PCI Gen 4 drive for $80, but obviously I'm not sure if that comes with a heatsink or not, but you always have to look into that stuff when it comes to the PS5 stuff, but still a much cheaper model. And we will see how this continues, if Western Digital is going to be one of multiple other manufacturers that get to come in here and make these storage expansion cards for the Xbox. But I will leave that there, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. If you're new here, hit that subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.